Jude.
Hello, honey.
Ta-da! Surprise, surprise.
Oh, what's this, Anita?
Champagne. In honour of your first day back at work.
Well, I don't know if there's anything to celebrate.
Why, you haven't got the sack, have you, already?
No, love, but I nearly rode off the taxi.
An accident?
Nearly.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised the way they dropped down here.
Oh, well, I'm afraid it wasn't anyone's fault but my own. I think I'm just out of practice or something like that.
Oh, don't worry, Mum. It's bound to take time.
Yeah. Well, if I had written off that taxi, I would have not only written off the taxi, I would have lost my job and my parole and probably ended up back inside.
Well, if it's only practice you need, I'll tell you what.
Thanks, son.
You can drive the hire car down the Trots this afternoon, and I'll sit in the back drinking the champagne.
Oh, let Mum have her champagne in peace. Here we go, Mum.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, if I'm going to end up back inside, I might as well make the most of it today, huh?
That's the idea, Mum.
That's enough of this mum stuff. Laurie tells me that you think I'm one of the fellas.
Yeah, where I come from, that's a compliment.
Where I come from, it's a compliment, too.
Your visitor's here.
Sharon.
Come on. I would like to know what you
That'll be
up
all,
to.
thanks, Mrs. Powell. Well, she's getting suspicious.
I can handle her.
Oh, how?
She gets information, too. That's the problem. Everyone's getting something from me, and what am I getting in return?
Well, Mrs. Peterson, perhaps the information you're giving everyone isn't much help.
What do you mean? I practically broke McNally's drug ring for you.
Yes, well, we did have information on him before that. I mean, we practically had it tied up. Mind you, the information you gave us on Edwards was useful.
You found the body in the quarry? Just where I said it would be?
Yes. We haven't identified it yet, but if it turns out to be Megan Arnott, we've got Sandy Edwards for sure.
Well, then?
Well, she's already in jail. I mean, it would just mean adding a few years to her sentence. No big deal, but Fitzwater, that's different. He's the one I want inside. Now, if you can arrange that...
And what do I get in return?
Well, I've told you.
Oh, yes, you told me, Inspector, but so far I've seen no action. You promised me a witness, someone who'll get my charge reduced from murder to manslaughter.
Yes, well, finding that witness has proved to be a little hard.
You haven't managed it. I'm wasting my time, then.
I didn't say I couldn't manage it. I've just got to make sure everything is right. You'll get your witness.
When?
Soon.
That's when you'll get your information.
Anyone for cuppa?
No, I'm fine, thanks, Jim.
No, thanks, Jim.
I hear you caught Smith smuggling stuff out of the kitchen.
Yes.
Nice work. What made you look in the basket?
Just experience. People like Smith, they never do anything without a reason. As soon as she volunteered for kitchen duty, I knew she was up to something.
Good thinking.
Yeah, well, she wasn't the only one involved. It's been going on for ages. I'd like to catch the real ringleader.
Who do you think it is?
Sandy Edwards.
What makes you say that?
It's obvious. Nothing happens in here unless Edwards is involved in it. She started the riot, and she's been running this little scheme when Smith was in hospital.
I wouldn't have thought she'd be up to anything at the moment. Well, she's pretty upset about her husband's death. Well, she can't even attend his funeral. Must be pretty tough on her.
How long you been in this job?
Not long.
No. So just because Edwards, she's a bit younger, a bit prettier than most of them, but don't let that fool you. She's like all the rest of them. She's out for number one. They all are. It's one thing you're going to have to learn if you want to survive in this job. Excuse me.
That's not true, you know. It's hard, but you've got to remember the differences between the women. Otherwise, this job just dehumanizes you.
Not sure this place doesn't do that to everybody.
You got a flag? No. Oh, I'm dying for one. Finished all mine. I thought I was going to get some more from that kitchen racket.
We all did.
Yeah, and we would have done too if it hadn't been for some rotten lagger.
Listen, I'm fed up with you lot accusing me. I hate laggers as much as the rest of you. And when I find out who did lag, I'm going to be the one who bashes them.
Says who?
Says me. I'm running this place, remember?
Don't bet on it.
Well, no one's going to back you after the mess you made when you was in charge.
Yeah?
Well, I didn't exactly get much help from you, did I?
When you're top dog, you don't need any help.
And Bea won't need any help neither when she sorts you out.
Well, she can try. But until she does, you get back to work and keep your mouth shut.
Not now. You don't know if you've got any support.
Yes, she'll keep.
Anyway, I think you're crazy to back Bea against Murray.
Who asked you?
Look how easily she was caught this morning.
She took the blame, didn't she?
Yes, only because she knew she was in such bad shape they wouldn't put her in solitary. She's like Lizzie. She's past it.
Yeah, well, she's good enough for me. And anybody who isn't with us is against us. And anybody who's against us is going to get hurt.
Look, I didn't say...
Edwards, you've got a visitor.
Who is it?
It's someone who's really looking forward to seeing you. Come on.
What you might like to know, we found your little friend, Megan Arnott.
Great. How is she?
Well, she's not the best. I mean, she's been buried in a Cheltenham quarry for the past 2 months. But it's amazing what they can do these days to identify bodies. They use the dental work. It's like another set of fingerprints.
Biting the hand that feeds you, so to speak.
Yes. Now, look, girlie, you can play this any way you like. You can keep quiet, but we've got enough on you to charge you. You know that, don't you?
So what are you waiting for?
Well, I don't want to land another long sentence on you. I mean, you're going to end up an old woman by the time you get out of here anyway. Well, why don't we do a deal, hmm?
I thought so. Whose throat do you want me to cut?
Well, now, that would be messy. What I want is enough information on John Fitzwater to put him behind bars for a long time.
Anyone giving that kind of information could end up like Megan.
Oh, yes, but not you. You're a smart cookie. You could manage it. Wouldn't you like to see Fitzwater get what's coming to him,
It's exactly what I'd like to see.
Yeah, well, we could do each other a favour along the way.
Why not? Let me think about it.
Good girl. You do that. We finished, Mrs. Powell.
Oh, good day, Bea. What are you doing back in here? You haven't lost your job in the kitchen, have you?
Nah, decided to knock off early. Since they've changed the system in the kitchen, there's not much work to do in there.
Oh, I'm glad they didn't chuck you in the pound, love. Wouldn't done you any good in your condition.
I could have handled it. I'm not past it yet.
It's still good of you to take all the blame, though.
Yeah, well, I had to, didn't I? With both of us out of the way, it would have left it clear for any idiot to take over.
As far as I'm concerned, the way is clear.
Then you were never very bright, were you, Mari?
All right.
That's enough. This argument wouldn't have anything to do with me catching you with stolen goods this morning, would it, Smith?
Now, why would we be arguing about that? Unless you've got a lag.
Of course she has. We know who it is, too.
Oh, well, if you ladies want to fight amongst yourselves, that's fine by me. Don't let me catch you at it, though. Right, you've heard the bell. Get out.
We're going to have to do something about that Mari bitchin' soon.
It'd be easier if we could prove she's the lagger.
Of course she is. I know that. We have to prove it and convince the others.
Well, maybe I could help.
How?
Well, Mari talks to me. She doesn't think I'm with you. I don't think she'll admit to being the lagger, but she could let something slip that might be useful.
And you'd pass it on?
Yes, of course.
Then you better go on ahead and talk to her. It wouldn't look good if you were seen walking with us.
Right.
What do you think? Do you reckon Kate can find out something? She's pretty smart.
If what I've heard about her is even half true, we'll have to watch Kate as well as Mari. Anyone fancy a game of cards?
Yeah, why not? Will we get a fourth?
Playing bridge. Besides, I wouldn't want to interrupt anyone's conversation.
Winter, you wanted.
Not by anyone here, she isn't.
Build up, Smith.
You deal.
What did she say?